In about 5 or 6 weeks time, we've actually doubled our fan base. We went from 10,000 subscribers to 20,000 subscribers. We've actually gotten 1 million total hits on all of our videos put together so far, and that to us guys is just amazing. You guys all rock, every single one of you, even the haters. Because haters gonna hate. A quick shout out real quick to the game station, both the people who work there, Dar, Luis, TJ, Nathan, and the people who are actually in the network making content, Dodger, Jesse Cox, Total Biscuit, the Warp Zone. Thank you guys so much for watching our stuff. K-Wing, thank you so much, K-Wing. Thank you to Normal Boots for really giving us our starting chance. You know, John Tron, you're a great friend of mine. Thank you so much. Austin, you know, Peanut Butter Gamer, you've been nothing but supportive of us too. And the guys that continue, who somehow still manage to make me laugh with every video those guys do. Thank you so much. Thanks to Craig and Screw Attack, and for everyone out there that really watches our stuff. And this wouldn't be a Completionist landmark video without a contest just for you guys.
So here's how the contest works. First off, grab an item in your house that really represents something from the show. It could be a controller, a little stuffed animal, a video game plush, anything you've got that really relates to an episode that you enjoy. Once you've picked your item, put it in your right hand and strike the Completionist pose and have someone take a picture of it. It can be in public, it can be in front of your game collection, wherever you think. The sky's the limit. Make it creative. Just no nudes, please. Once you've taken a photo, then go ahead and give yourself an issuenist title. For instance, Completionist, the Mediocreist, the Pizza-pletionist, anything that matches your style of show that you'd want to do. And when you're finished, go ahead and post it on our Facebook page. Or for those of you who don't have Facebook, email it to me at thatonevideogamer@gmail.com. The winner of the contest will receive a free copy of any game that we've reviewed thus far. And to go with it, you will also receive a limited edition autograph from us.
At the end of July, we're going to take our 5 favorite submissions and put them in a Battle Royale, vote, comment, tweet fest on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, all those places. Whichever has the most likes and comments and all that stuff from you guys out there, that will determine who wins the contest, because quite frankly, we would just give everyone everything if we could. You can have my bear. Thank you guys again from the bottom of all of our hearts here on the show, and I think there's only one thing left to say. Actually, no, we can't say yes because this is a top 10. In the top 10 intro, the music rises, so as it's rising, I have to yell a little louder so you guys actually hear what I'm... Welcome back to another Top 10, and this time we hope to do a Top 10 that brings all the milkshake boys to the yard, so they're all like, it's better than yours. Something about charging credit cards. I don't know, you get the metaphor thing.
For every amazing hero we have in our Rolodex of video games, we have a villain to go with him or her. Someone that's defiant, pure evil, maybe even someone enriched with power. But what villains really stand out to us? I think it was Alfred from The Dark Knight that said it best. Sometimes, Master Bruce, people want to watch the world burn, or something like that. These are my top 10 villains from video games. But before I dive in, let me set the record straight. There may be some spoilers, so feel free to skip sections at a time if you have not played a game that has this villain. Another thing too is that I love all of your guys' feedback, really I do, but please respect my list, and try not to flood me with this whole angst of, why isn't this person on this list? Because 1, it's my list, and 2, chances are I haven't played a game with that villain, so please try not to spoil any games in the comments. Also, try not to beat me up this time around, okay guys? Please? I love you.
You know they're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, probably.
You pansy. Number 10!
Tim Schafer, the genius of a man that he is, created one of the best point-and-click adventure games, and one of my favorite for the genre for that matter, called Day of the Tentacle. It is a sequel that stems from the original game called Maniac Mansion. One of the best villains in my early days of PC gaming had to be the Purple Tentacle. One of Dr. Fred Edison's assistants, this purple tentacle drank disgusting sewage water outside of the lab that he worked at, and suddenly not only became incredibly intelligent, but he also grew arms. And most importantly, he developed
the first to take over the world!
That's essentially the entire plot of the game. Stop Purple Tentacle from enslaving mankind and ruling the world with both of his tentacly arms.
Number 9!
This one's kind of easy. Dr. Wily, the mad scientist from the Mega Man series. The sad thing is, Dr. Wily's biggest issue was recognition and contribution for his work with Dr. Light. If someone had given him credit, chances are he wouldn't have been so evil. But jealousy got the best of him, and his desire to rule the world overtook him tirelessly as he would destroy towns at the hands of his master robots.
You'll never stop me from world domination, Mega Man.
For Christ's sakes, Rockman, you ruined my robots 10 times! 10 times, man! Come on!
Oh, poor Wily. Well, at least he made one robot that did something fantastic for humanity.
Number 8.
Several video games over the years have contained antagonists that are essentially one evil body, hell-bent on taking over the planet or galaxies or whatever world they inhabit. It's kind of like history or something. Usually they're referred to as the Empire, and generally speaking, Empire's major goals are to destroy everything and take it over and own it. Whether it's by unlocking ancient weapons, blowing stuff up, or simply using unlimited resources for evil. Empires in video games always go after power and attempt to take over the world.
Our goal is to gain unlimited power! And terrible AI, because there's a lot of us. And you're probably gonna be killing every single minion in my army. Every single one. Terrible AI. Number 7.
This one does not need an introduction. Diablo wants nothing more than to fill the world with destruction and hate and chaos and brimstone and whatever you come up with that's evil, he pretty much wants it. Whether you're in the original Tristram or you've destroyed his brothers, to even the new Tristram in Diablo 3, Diablo over the years has managed to maintain that sense of who he really is.
The first time we vanquished Diablo, we vowed that it would never happen again. And then the second time we vanquished Diablo, we vowed that it would absolutely never happen again. And then the third time we vanquished it... You know, I've lost count and interest at this point. I'm gonna go have a sandwich.
The end.
Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII.
But Bidman, isn't Sephiroth on everyone's top 10 villain list? Isn't he overrated? Why'd you put him on the list, huh?
Look, I know everyone's tired of Final Fantasy stuff making my lists, but it was an essential part of my early days of RPGs, let alone it was just that for many other people. I talked about this in my top 10 songs, that Sephiroth is without a doubt one of the most iconic video game villains. Although he may be a descendant of the ancients, Sephiroth's past has turned him into someone seeking revenge, and what better way to seek revenge than by summoning a meteor down to the planet to wipe it clean.
But Bidman, isn't Sephiroth technically a clone?
Yabba dabba, moving on.
Number 4.
He once was an ally, but very quickly became the #1 target for Chris Redfield and friends. Albert Wesker started out not only as a member of STARS, but he was also a double agent working for Umbrella. In the first game, it was his job to lure his team into the mansion so that the team may become test subjects. While suffering a fatal wound, Wesker injected himself with some serum that made him godlike. The problem? He sacrificed his own humanity, wanting to destroy anything and everything that stands in his way. And fast forward to Resident Evil 5, where his ultimate goal is to eradicate the world with the Ouroboros virus. But luckily for us, we've got Chris and Sheva to stop him.
And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids. Number 4.
Hey, Wiimot, lay down some sweet knowledge you got going on for Kerrigan and the Swarm.
Sure thing, Shirako. If I had a list of my own, it would be filled with all the great villains from Blizzard lore. One of the most memorable is Sarah Kerrigan, or better known as the Queen of Blades. Once a human psychic fighting for the Sons of Korhal, she was then betrayed by her leader, Arcturus Mengs, and subsequently turned into a gruesome, yet sexy swarm leader. After the Overmind was destroyed, she assumed power over the entire Zerg swarm. The reason why she's such a great villain is because she was such a great hero. You learn to love her, then you learn to hate her. And you learn to love her again. She's powerful, seductive, and a force to be reckoned with.
3!
Now, Mass Effect is not really a franchise that I'm the most familiar with, as I'm currently playing through it when I have free time. Is it free time now? But one enemy entity that is clearly set up in the universe are the Reapers. This ancient alien race's sole purpose is to literally wipe out the galaxy every 50,000 years or so. And it seems like no matter what is thrown at them, these guys just won't give up. Now, I haven't finished Mass Effect 3, so I don't know how it really ends, but from what I've heard, it's pretty disappointing.
Don't say it!
Say what?
Don't say the ending!
I don't know the ending.
Don't say it! Don't talk about it! Don't think about it! Don't even wink about it!
Don't wink about it? How would you know if I winked about it?
I can sense sound movement! I'm Ben Affleck in that one movie!
You're blind?
Blind Affleck! That's the movie! Blind Affleck! Number 2.
This was a triumph. I'm making a
GLaDOS. Oh, GLaDOS, 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 GLaDOS. Why is GLaDOS on this list? Simply put, GLaDOS makes me laugh while I deal with her wonderful warnings and beautifully executed insults that are meant to break me down. It cracks me up how much she just really wants you to die with such a great monotone voice. It never gets old. Till this day, I play Portal just to hear the various insults that GLaDOS has for me, knowing ultimately that all she really wants from me is to die.
initiating surprise in 3, 2, 1. I made it all up. Surprise. Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth.
What a great friend.
The ultimate number 1!
If there ever was a villain that simply wanted to destroy everything over and over and over again, just so he can reign supreme over all of life and mankind as we all know it, it's gotta be Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. He's just so evil. He overthrows the Emperor, literally decimates an entire Esper species, and is responsible for the end of the world by crossing the statues on the floating island. And the theme that goes with him is just perfect. It gives off that vibe of, yeah, he may be a joker, but that's evil that cannot be ignored. If you ever want a villain that will make your skin crawl, it's Kefka. And that laugh, that 16-bit laugh, it quite possibly can be interpreted as one of the world's most evil-sounding sounds I've ever heard.
Another top 10 list down, guys. As always, leave a positive or negative comment in the box below. But please, no spoilers for any games on your list. If there are spoilers. If there are, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and Tumblr on me on Tumblr. Now if you excuse me. You got... Does anyone else hear that?
You will now witness the full power of this fully armed and operational battle station, which takes a really long time to get into position to aim its main weapon, and it's defended by starships that generally just crash into the Death Star itself. As you can tell, we didn't spend much money on training or defenses, but all that funding really went into aesthetics. I mean, look at the place. Look at that. You see that coming at you, and you'd be pretty darn afraid.